All right, my friends. Our next amazing toy. Let's see if I can get some work done before I go to work. Maybe not. Sometimes around here it's a bit difficult, but we'll give it a shot. Hello, everyone. Hope you're having a great day. Here we are, having another wonderful week, thinking about some of the lovely things that maybe or maybe not I can ever afford. So you know what that means. Time for more luxury toys for the rich girls and boys. Today's first story really got my attention. Would love to have one, but not quite in the budget. Something that's been coming up lately at work a lot, so I like that term, not in the budget. This toy, for sure, not in the budget. This one comes to us from our friends in Japan. This is the new Flyboard personal electric helicopter. Pretty cool, right? Check it out. Like it? Futuristic look? Something like right out of the Jetsons. I mean, really cool. Single seat, joystick controls. You know, they're thinking like from around here. You use it for your personal shopping, or maybe a quick trip to the mall, or, you know, if you're fortunate enough and you're close by and within flight range, you could even use it to go to work. Like Rini could. She works well within a 30-minute range. Wait, 10th of that time. But anyway, sticking to the toy itself, it is a personal electric helicopter. This term coming up a lot now, right? Everybody's having personal helicopter, personal watercraft, personal drone delivery service. A lot of personal things will be in your future from what I can see, friends. But this particular personal electric helicopter has a 30-minute flight time, like you've heard me say, top speed of 60 miles per hour, so about 73 kilometers. So, I mean, look, if you cut that in half, 30 gives you an hour. It's usually roughly that equation, not quite double, but, and remember, flight time, way different than driving time. What's 30 minutes of driving time many times would be 5 minutes of flight time. So 30 minutes of continuous flight time means my mall is 20 minutes away by car, so probably 6 to 8 minutes away by air. So I mean, to the mall and back to the grocery store, all you're running around. Think about it. How would that change your life? Instead of driving everywhere, you get into your personal electric craft and zoom, off you go. 5 minutes to the mall, 6 minutes to the hairdresser, 2 minutes back to the house. I can see the appeal of this thing. I think it has a 1.5 hour, so 90-minute charge time to get 30 minutes of flight time. Shit, that's better than any electric car I know. Joystick controls. So, you know, if you're a gamer, you get in this thing and probably learn how to fly it in no time flat. Hasn't been approved in any country yet. It's still in its building phase. They have done test flights, and that's how they've come up with its durability. It has a super sensor control module that takes wind speed, turbulence, distance, probably gyroscopic in nature, I would guess, because it does all of that wonderful stuff that a real pilot would have to do. So basically, you get in, point, go. It does have GPS. It can be flown remotely. So, I mean, I guess you could actually have someone program your flight path, jump in, and as long as it takes you there and back, there's no reason for you to intervene. Not quite sure how they're going to cut it with people floating and flying through the sky, but wouldn't it be great? So, what do you think? 320,000 American, somewhere around, I don't know, 300,000 euro. Sound like a good price to you? Great little personal craft? I mean, you saw, looks awesome. Idea is cool as hell. Still, as said, in the concept phase, but I see that in the near future, going to be a lot of those personal crafts all around. So, what do you think? It's the only thing that matters. Let me know in the comments down below. Personal electric helicopter, something in your future? $300,000, something you got laying around? I don't see that happening for me for a long time, but we'll see. Let's check out what's happening next. Our next amazing toy is this badass thing. That's called the Flyboard Air. Now, you may have heard of the Flyboard before. They have the Hydro Flyboard. I think that's the one with everybody's gonna be most familiar with. It is a similar concept, almost like ski boots, powered by a jet ski or a boat, and you know, use water to propel you hundreds of feet in the air. Well, our friend, the inventor of that, the Flyboard, Mr. Sean O'Kane of France, has gone one step further, and like I told you, man, everything seems to be personal flying craft that's coming. The Flyboard Air. This has 3 onboard engines and then 2 side engines that will not be controlled by you. It is just like your mechanical skateboards. You have a hand controller. Well, you've seen the video. You have 3 components to this. You have a backpack for fuel, you have a remote for a hand controller, and you actually have the physical board itself, the Flyboard, the platform. And what that allows you to do is actually travel up to speeds of 250 miles per hour. No FAA in America rules. So in other words, since it's brand new and a new invention, there's nothing to stop you from doing it. There are no regulations. I don't know what country you're in, but I doubt there are any regulations that'll stop you from doing it, because nothing like this has ever existed. I see the problems with it. The backpack you saw that the pilot has on, which is Mr. O'Kane himself, it's full of kerosene. It's full of Jet A fuel. Super flammable. Very dangerous. And that is actually supplying a constant feed of fuel to the Flyboard. You see it's built like your basic hoverboard design. Problem is, it's going to take a lot of skill to fly it. He's actually the only person currently that flies it. You see he does it above water. He tried to cross the English Channel and didn't make it. Had to abort the mission, I believe, about halfway through, which is still super impressive, let's face it. Flying over the English Channel on a hoverboard, man. I mean, maybe he bailed out of fear. You're fearless until you're in the middle of the ocean, you know, with a backpack full of fuel, and that's all you got. But the Flyboard Air, it's gonna debut at an unknown price. The technology is so expensive right now that he can't even put a finger on how much this thing would possibly cost you. If I had to guess, after seeing certain other flyboards and flying personal craft, we already know the price is going to be over $300,000, somewhere around $500,000. Flying hoverboard. The only drawback, and the many drawbacks I see, is it looks way too dangerous. You have any kind of accident, you're done. It should be called maybe the suicide board. Any type of accident, any type of failure, you're done if you're over land. And if you're overseas, you know, you're not traveling with a backup crew like he's doing. And I mean, I wouldn't personally strap whatever it is, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds of Jet A fuel on my back. Yeah, no, that just turns you into a human bomb. So I'm surprised there's not more regulation against this. You may have seen him in France not too long ago. If you on YouTube here, He went to one of their celebrations. He comes out during their protests. I mean, it's an interesting toy and it's super badass. But would you be comfortable on a hoverboard flying over your neighborhood? Yeah, nah. Put me in the hoverboard bits. That would make me way more comfortable. And an unknown price, I can't see spending hundreds of thousands on a hoverboard and turning myself into a human candle. Just not for me. But maybe it's for you, huh? You like it? You Flyboard? You a Flyboard Air kind of person? You're gonna need, I believe he said, 55 to 100 hours on his original Flyboard water. Just call it the Flyboard, but we'll call it the Flyboard water. To even be considered to get flying lessons on his Flyboard Air. I don't know, man. It almost seems like he's building his own market to keep selling his original Flyboard, because I don't really see this one panning out for the public, but you would have to take all those lessons first. Interesting. But let me know. You a Flyboard type person? I don't even do hoverboard. I'm not too thrilled with that, but that's just me. I do like a nice skateboard though. But I have one more super duper out of this world toy for the rich and famous, and it's gonna blow your mind. And I don't know what to say. As a matter of fact, let me start off by showing you what I mean, and then we'll talk about it. Enjoy this video coming up from the manufacturer. All right, my friends, I have one more toy. You saw it. Tell me you weren't as impressed as I was. The minute I saw that thing, I lost my mind. It's unreal, right? It looks like a shark. It looks like a marlin. You can have anything you want. It's a personal submarine boat. I don't know what the hell. It's fun. It's just straight up fun. What you've been looking at, which you already know, is the eabreaker. Holy moly. That is the personal watercraft. Now we're out of the air and we're on the sea. That is the personal watercraft for the exclusive domain of the very wealthy and influential usually. That bad boy starts at $80,000. That's right, 80,000 American for that. That's nothing. I really would consider almost getting a loan and buying one. It's so badass. I live here in Florida. I probably rent it whenever I'm not using it. It makes for a great business. They are distributed around the world. If you go to their website, you'll see they have them in Australia, Indonesia, Japan, Iceland, you name it. Some rich guy in that country has bought one, right? So the eabreaker is they advertise it as a personal submarine, personal watercraft submarine. So as you saw, the canopy slides back and you can actually operate it with the canopy wide open and just drive it like a boat. But I mean, what kind of fun is that? As you can see, it is nearly indestructible. It will always right itself in the water. So no matter what trick, flip, go under, come shooting out like a dolphin, it will right itself every single time. It is amazing buoyancy technology. They build it for you from the inside out 100%. You can have any kind and every kind of digital electronics, personal entertainment system, marine, aviation, and guidance systems. You name it, they'll put it in there for you. So that's why I say starting is $80,000. That's just a gray frame, not with the badass orca paint job or anything like that, which, you know, got to make it a dolphin, an orca, or something. I mean, you see it has the dorsal fins, everything. It's just super badass, man. Has a 350 horsepower jet marine engine. So I mean, your top cruising speed of around 75 miles per hour on the water and about 45 miles per hour under the water. Now, you don't have any hovering capabilities like the other one I showed you a couple of videos back. This one, you have to keep driving and be in motion, or you will float when you're submerged. Well, of course, on top of the water, as you see, the dorsal fin engages and disengages the canopy for the pilot and passenger. It is a 2-seat watercraft, so, you know, at least you get your money's worth. Comes with a trailer. Deliveries included. Deliveries between $3,000 and $6,000. So, you know, you got to figure in that. But I mean, from what I saw and I was able to find out, on average, most buyers are paying around $190,000 for theirs delivered. So that's trailer, delivery, and completely customized interior. And the one that was about 90 had every kind of marine electronics and guidance GPS you could imagine. Fully automated buoyancy system, so you never have to worry about sinking or anything like that. Of course, meets all marine standards. But as you can see, I mean, you could use it in the open ocean, but it's really more of a personal watercraft for pleasure. I would stick to lakes and channels and canals, things like that. But again, I saw videos where people have it out in the open ocean. I mean, it is completely marine safe and tested. But what do you think? I know you want a Seabreaker. Even a dude in Alaska owns one. He can't use it more than once or twice a year. I wouldn't care either. You want a Seabreaker? Let me know in the comments though. What would your choice be on finish? Are you a dolphin? Would you rather be an orca? Are you a marlin? You going James Bond mini sub look? I mean, tiger, water tiger, electric eel. I don't know, man. I like the orca. I think that was super impressive. But the marlin, I think, looked the most badass. That's the one with the big giant fin, the blue and silver and orange deal. If you don't know what a marlin is, it's that one that looks like it has the long nose. I like that a lot. That would freak people out when they saw it. But so would the orca, and that would scare people. Ooh, I'm torn. They're both so cool. But let me know. Are you in the mood? Do you have the money for a personal craft? Because I keep seeing that come up. It's called personal craft. You have the money for personal aircraft, a personal watercraft? I don't know. We're looking at least $180,000 on the water and at least $300,000 in the air. But I mean, that's why this segment is Toys of the Luxury Rich and Famous, right? Still haven't figured out a name for this thing. But man, you gotta be rich to buy these things. Or at least a big dreamer like me. Seabreaker, you are in my future, friend. But let me know in the comments below. What kind of sea creature would you be? What kind of breaker are you? I know you want one. And if not, you have to explain to me why. Because I don't know why anybody would want one. But we're at the end of another great segment. Y'all know how we do it. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification button. Please always give me a thumbs up. Love ya. See y'all in the next one.